Hello and welcome to Cloverfield, episode 127. Here's what we have to talk about for the week. First topic, the refusal of funds and questions about Israel's agenda most likely resulted in a meager hit on MAGA. The IDF is known for neck shots. War Colonel Netanyahu came out right away and vehemently denied Israel's involvement. Two satanic and racist vile cults, Israel first versus America first. It's Earth first. Both incorrect. This is Earth, we share it as one. Nobody has the right to deny anybody else their homeland, their home. Nobody has the right to force anybody out the home. There's a massive, massive epidemic of landlord syndrome going on. And it ain't right. Trees don't grow fruit to feed themselves, like I always say. We take care of each other and we share with what we have. How would you like if somebody forced you out your home and said it's mine now? And destroyed your dreams, ambush a hospital, you got nowhere to go. Imagine people that are disabled in Palestine. There's enough trouble moving. I can't imagine that. You know, people with severe disability. My partner took care of her late husband with severe disability. I cannot imagine somebody with that condition, with the same muscle dystrophy, having to live in Palestine and moving. Moving is a fucking nightmare for somebody, especially disabled people. It's sad. And so many people, war crimes and injuries, and people with disabilities and suffering. It's sick. No more war. I was just watching Wi-Fi, it really pissed me off. DARPA is not necessarily evil. DARPA is a wicked, satanic system that is mass murdering people using their fucking weaponry, bullshit, exoskeleton suits that they want to put on soldiers to be fucking fight bullshit. And then they rationalize it saying, oh, we can use that for people to help them walk, they can't walk. No, you price them for people that actually need it to use it for a good thing. They price it out of oblivion so nobody can fucking afford it. They have an arm thing, like an arm that do stuff for somebody that might need it. But they price it to oblivion. What right do anybody have to deny somebody the ability to move? No, they'd rather use it for the war. Right? DARPA want to rationalize, say, Agent Orange was just fine. Agent Orange poisoned a lot of people. It caused birth defects. It exacerbated my partner. It exacerbated my partner's disability because her father was exposed to it. Right? That's not recognized, though. Not recognized when somebody have a birth defect because the father was exposed, only if the mother was exposed. They got some fucked up, weird rules like that, right? They still want to rationalize saying Agent Orange didn't hurt nobody. Bullshit. Now I got the human face of Agent Orange making horrible things and destroying the planet. Anybody that said and deny Agent Orange is a bad thing should be in an air-sealed room with Agent Orange on full blast. And then tell me that. Then tell me that ain't no effect. Then tell me that. When these people suffer for years, having that sprayed right on them, and didn't give a fuck. And then the Wi-Fi say, DARPA necessary evil. DARPA ain't no, DARPA is a fucking satanic and evil organization, mass murdering people, rationalizing nefarious technology for inhumane purposes, and using it as a media ploy, how it can help disabled people, but in reality, they will price out of oblivion to be used for something that they need. You know people in Palestine that got injured ain't gonna get no exoskeleton to walk, right? They price it out of oblivion for people that need it. And most of them only probably go to the war fund, right? Let's be real. So like what I'm saying, the whole bullshit, even if, I mean, you know what? And all this stuff is staged. You don't know the whole street was staged and everything. So you have no idea whether it was an act. You got the motherfucking actor at Agent Orange as a leader. How can you take that seriously? How can you take that seriously? They're trying to incite people and fight. Incite and fight. Divide and conquer. That's what they always fucking do. Don't eat it up. Don't unite with each other, help each other, see who's suffering and help them however you can. Mag and Beaker, Tuesday, racist, vile cults. Israel first, America first. No, it's Earth first. Children first. A lone wolf, most likely Apache, takes the fall for quick delivery of justice to abuse the cult following yet another guilty to proven innocent playbook full of holes. Whether or not that's the case, they use the death of an individual as a distraction to vote on the Epstein files not being released behind the people's back. Did you know that? And did you know that Epstein was taking Mossad? Yeah, y'all, the war criminal holding that over motherfucker's head who wants to have a peace, Adrian wants to be the peace man, right? But you don't like it because the fucking sadistic bullshit that y'all murdering everybody, which is also the war criminals, also the order followers are morally culpable for their actions. All the followers are morally culpable for their actions. DARPA is a criminal organization. Order followers are morally culpable for their actions. Genocide is not possible without order followers. Children suffer, people suffer, disabled people suffer. Watching that television fire the other day, they fucking bombed a place for people with disabilities in Palestine. Depravity. People are supposed to be protected in a hospital. People are supposed to be protected in residences of people with disabilities. Heartless, cowardly motherfuckers that have no heart, that would actually hurt people like that cannot defend themselves and need help. And they take the name of defense in vain. Occupying other people's homes. Heartless. They're desperate for a war. Don't give them what they want. Keep standing up for people that need you to stand up for them. It's a moral obligation to other people that pass out when tax dollars from here are going to fund that shit. And they use the death of somebody as a distraction. The vote on the Epstein files not being released, like I said, as well as another bill that was once rejected, that also passed, is one that would target those who used to boycott Israel for political reasons. You know what? We boycott it for morally obligational reasons under natural law. To support a genocidal regime is a moral offense to natural law. We are morally obligated to protect our fellow beings. And when we know that somebody is contributing to the death of a child and disabled people and innocent people and land-grabbing, colonizing bullshit, you boycott that shit as much as you can. Because it's a moral, right, correct thing to do to help your fellow being. The boycott genocide regime is not political. It is a moral obligation under natural law that we are all bound by. We are guests on Earth. Earth has natural law. We respect one another and other beings. We don't harm other beings. This is an assault on free will, choices, morality, the sacred feminine, and all children. Pedophile protected. Old men like to prey on young women. Old men that claim that young girls are young women. The nefarious bastards, another thing, the nefarious bastards disrespect the homeless. There was a newscaster that said they should accept what the state wants for them or receive a lethal injection. If they are not harming anybody, leave them the fuck alone. They have a right to exist too. They live here. The nameless aren't important to them. Guys just see them and shines through. ICE causes harm, not homeless people. Guys is a Little Miss No Name doll. So they mocked years ago. They had a doll. Little Miss No Name in rags, reaching her hand out. But you know what? She got herself out of that. And now she worth something. Because she spoke up. And she the one that's going to visit the pedophile on their deathbed. They don't get caught. They think they're all out, right? You know what? Child's eyes see everything. Doth exists in every child's eyes. So she'll be there. There she is. So, just saying. You didn't get away with shit. The innate knows what you did. And excuse me for a minute, I dropped my paper. Sorry about that. Apologize. Alright. Oh, here's another one. The demonization of trans people before the supposed killer was caught and after recently claiming that the supposed suspect had a trans partner. This individual said he didn't do it. Whatever happened to innocent until proven guilty? How can anyone believe what these nefarious bought and paid for a war criminal bastards spew at all? So, it was also a white person. So is every white person guilty? So just because they had a trans partner, that makes all trans people have a target on their back? They're just trying to live. They're just trying to live their life. They gotta deal with people even in their own family that don't want to disown them or treat them like they're less human. Because they don't want to accept them for who they are. They know better who they are than anybody. Leave them the fuck alone. Have we not learned? Have we not learned from stereotypes? Have we not learned that Martin Luther King said content of character? What is the content of character? You gonna stereotype somebody because they're white, because they're trans, because they're whatever? So everybody should get punished for it? Another thing. Crafty bastards be preying on widows with morally correct standards. My partner posted a truth bulletin that said to boycott a genocidal regime is not political, it is morally imperative under natural law. The opposition didn't take kindly to pointing out the true moral imperative of boycotting items that contribute to the mass murder of children, the innocent, and the earth. She gets some comment that says, "Would you mind messaging me?" from some nefarious being under the name Peter Caldwell. The profile consists of just a few pictures, including a man on horseback, and the profile also says widowed. Her late husband's name just happens to be Peter. All I have to say is, do not fuck around with widows. They have experienced loss and life-altering events. They're not afraid, and they're gonna speak their mind. They've been through shit, and they're not scared. This has happened before with other morons with order follower accounts asking you to message them. Contrary to popular belief, not every woman fantasizes about being with an order follower. My partner is of the female variety in which the mere mention of an order follower brings on a wild bout of nausea and disgust. Some catfish and blackmail bullshit going on. She never gonna bite. She is a disabled widow that lives alone. She was a caregiver for her late husband for 17 years. She watched the disease destroy him like Gaza is being destroyed. She grieved and had more love to give. Stepped into the dating pool sewage, had some awful experiences, and learned from them to never tolerate less than she deserves. And also share that with other widows to remind them that you never accept less than you deserve. She found a great man who picked her up and put her back together. And I'm grateful every day that she didn't completely fall apart. It was a lot for a puppet to deal with. Any creepers on her Facebook page will be blocked immediately. We don't tolerate nefarious bastards and the depraved trickery. So, keep standing up for your neighbors. Keep looking out for one another. Remember, ice melts under resistance. Keep speaking. And they want to pick on Mahmoud Khalil again, who will out to fight to get home, who missed the birth of his child, and the ICE never got fucking held accountable for that shit. Leave that man alone. Leave people alone. Everybody welcome on Turtle Island as long as they're not causing harm. And nobody deserves to get murdered for whatever they say, whether or not it's disgusting. That's the moral obligation of everybody should know this. Nobody should have to say nothing. And truth should never be censored. Truth is. Truth is not made. Truth simply is what it is, and it is. So, thank you for listening, and I will see you on the next one.